push me back. What do you want from me? What do you want from me? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Can someone set me free? What do you want? What do you want? Ooh, 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 la, 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 la. Ooh, 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 la, 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 la. Ooh, 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 la, 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 la.
the same roads every day. We both get there our own way. Thistle and an apple tree, how different two souls can be. But we both grow from the same sorrow. If we both know we'll be together tomorrow, I can be like a tree in the wind. Same old roots, but I can bend, turning to understand and sway together. Now it's almost like a dance, rendering of stubbornness, and it just cuts us deeper through the longer I'm away from you. Yeah, we fight good, we make love better. If we both know we'll be together forever, I can be like the tree in the wind. Same old roots, but I can bend, learning to understand and sway together.
Hello. Oh,
Nothing worth
get the livy off my teeth. That's not a good way to start, is it? Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's Q&A. It's Joe, a few groovy tunes there to welcome us into the place. It's that time of year where it's time to get the roll neck, turtleneck jumpers out because it's getting cold. It's getting cold over here. How are you all? If you're here with me live, please do say hello in the comment section. It's always nice to see who I'm speaking to, who's here with me. So welcome B1 community to today's Facebook Live. It's our final Q&A/coaching session of this doors open period of Living the Change. So a couple of times a year, we open for enrollments for Living the Change, which is our online coaching program, our very well-loved online coaching program, I might add. Some of the feedback and the lovely things people have been sending in over the course of the last 10 days while we've been talking about this program have really been humbling, immensely humbling. Some of the results people are getting, I can see Tanya, who's one of those people getting some awesome results, is here. Hello. Guten Tag, Tanya, over in Berlin. I think you're in Berlin, aren't you? I know you're in Germany. I can't quite remember which city now that I say that out loud. But good to see you. Anyone else who's there, please do say hello. Oh, Fee is there. Hi, Fiona. How are you? Good to see you, darling. So we are doors open on Living the Change at the moment. Enrollments are open right now for Living the Change, but not for much longer. Only until midnight tonight. And it's time for decisions. So for those of you who are not yet enrolled, today is the day to get your questions answered and get yourselves in there. No, Tanya is in Frankfurt. I was in the wrong city, completely wrong city. Good. Well, good to see you here. Anyway, so my loves, let us have a look. We have had a number of questions come in about the program over the weekend. All of our last minute people making last minute decisions. We are seeing loads of enrollments coming through today, which is not even slightly surprising because, like me, many of us are last minute lassies. Seems to be the case, absolutely. But if that is you, please don't worry. You are not alone. There are many, many people with you. So my job today is to answer those questions. And if you are here and you would like some coaching on any particular topic, it's to do some coaching. This will be the last time that I'm going live for coaching into the B1 group for another few months. So make the most of it. If there's anything I can support you with, please do ask. I'd be very, very happy to help. So, Oh, one of the biggest questions is about recordings for Momentum for Change. Where can I find the recordings? How you log in, what you get access to, blah, 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 blah. So there's lots of different questions, it looks like, that Sam has sent in about if I can't make calls and so on. So let's start with that. In fact, I wonder if I can show you behind the scenes is probably a great place to start. Let's see here. I'll share my screen. There you go. You can see what I've been looking at on the weekend. Blue Bear Coffee Company. If you need coffee, then all I have to say is buy it from Blue Bear. Fighting human trafficking through coffee. It's an extraordinary organisation, organised so that all of its profits go to support the end of child trafficking and modern slavery, and they make great coffee. So if you are looking for coffee, use coffee. I don't know why I've got them up there. I do know why, because I was looking at them on the weekend. This is the last time I had this open. So let's go into Living the Change here, and we'll go into the members area, and I'll show you what it looks like inside when you get registered, and where you can find all of your recordings and all the bits and pieces that you need. So you're going to log into the members area here. I'm going to use this one because that one is linked just to Living the Change, I think. So it should show how it goes. So you log in, you arrive at your members area, you'll use your login details. You'll wait while the little thing spins around, and you'll arrive where it says, "Welcome, Joe, you're in the right place." And no, that one doesn't have Living the Change attached to it. So we will use instead this one. Here we go. I know this one's got Living the Change attached. Yours will be much easier than this, but you put your email address in, you put in your password, and there you go. You're in the right place. You land on the dashboard here, and there's a lovely welcome video which tours you around the New Look members site. So for those of you who are already in Living the Change, or indeed any of our programs, then by all means come in and have a look and watch this video again, because I explain exactly how to navigate your way around the members area. Then you're going to click over here and you go to, you can see I've got access to all of our programs. Look how many programs we've got. That's out of control. Wowzers, mate. Whoa, wowsy. But we are interested in this one at the moment, because that's what we're taking enrollments for, Living the Change. Let's jump into Living the Change there. So you click on that, and then it will take you through to the Living the Change program. And once again, you will see another lovely welcome video explaining to you how to do Living the Change and what all the pieces are right there. Underneath that, it'll be your very next lesson, so it'll just show you exactly where to skip to, what you're up to. So I am up to Living the Change, Lesson 6, The Hearth and the Realm. So I could just skip through to there. Or we have all of the fabulous modules here. So you can see Module 1 is where we set the foundations for the program, right? So that's where we are looking at all of the basic habits of connection, how we get those in place, all of the philosophy and the principles from which we operate here at One of Many, and really just helping you to kind of get in a really good place with life in general. Module 2, we focus on replenishing. So if you are exhausted or burned out or at your knees, you might want to jump straight into Module 2 and then even come back to Module 1. One lady who joined the program recently was just so exhausted she couldn't even get her head around setting some intentions for the program, which I can totally relate to. You know, I've had times like that in my life. And so she's wisely just jumped into Module 2, and I'm going to click on that and I'll show you through what happens when you click on a module. So she's just jumped into Module 2 here, and you'll see Module 2 Replenish. Here's the core curriculum. If you're exhausted, you just watch that one. Understanding needs, sleep, water, some of the real basic stuff, and then also how our environment can be sapping our energy. So that's all there in Module 2. And then once you've watched one, you tick it off over here. Yay, I've watched that. You can also download a roadmap and tick it off along the way. There's action steps. And you can always comment on the videos underneath as well. It's a brand new members area. We've spent a lot of time, effort, and money getting this looking fabulous for you ladies. And this is the first time we've opened the doors with the New Look members area. It's much easier to navigate. And the cool thing is you can navigate your progress up there. Now, the question that has been coming in from lots of people, if I go back to the home page of Living the Change now, is where do I find my recordings? So if you miss a coaching call, for instance, if you miss a silver pillar call, call, down here you will find call recordings. So you click on call recordings and you'll find all of the recent Q&As. So you can see that Sharon did an all-topic silver pillar call just today. And that's up there, ready to rock and roll. There's one here with Stephanie on the 24th. So if we click on that, you can see there's the recording and you'll hear all of the coaching and stuff that Steph did for everybody here. And underneath every call recording, we put topics that were covered. How to get back into action when a previous burnout has pushed you into anti-superwoman and you're struggling to set goals. That's exactly what we were talking about, right? If you're supporting a team of people who are struggling and overwhelmed at work, what you can do to support yourself and them in a collaborative way. How to start with living the change when you're recovering from severe burnout. Well, there's a bit of a thing going on here. What to do if a relationship is ending and you still feel emotionally dependent on your ex-partner. How to choose between two career opportunities. That sounds like a very interesting coaching call there, doesn't it? So even if you miss a coaching call, you will find all of those at the level that you're enrolled in there. So if you're at bronze level, you'll just see the bronze level recordings. If you're at silver or gold level, you'll see the silver level recordings as well. Obviously, we don't put the one-on-one coaching in the call recordings section for obvious reasons, I hope. So that is where you'll find all of those groovy things. If we go back to the home page here, you'll also see any bonus training. So for those of you who are joining us at gold level for Living the Change, for instance, you will be invited to my Needs Creed workshop, which is coming up very, very soon. That is, I think, in about 5 weeks' time that is happening. And if for some reason you don't make it, or even if you do make it, the recording of that will go and live in your bonus training section. You will also see, so you can see there, here's my bonus training that I've got access to. I've got a gold workshop here. See, these are all color-coded, silver, gold, and so on. I've got the Queen at Work workshop there. And then also these are the awesome expert faculty masterclasses. So Nikki Williams has done a great one recently on It's Not You, It's Your Hormones. That was very well received, I know. Parenting Under Pressure with Una Alexander. Profitable Business Models for Coaches, Consultants, and Experts with Karen Skidmore. How to Manage Grief and Loss with Debbie Neitler. How to Manage Personal Finances in Difficult Times with Rebecca Robertson. Rebecca Whitney's How to Make Your CV Stand Out in a Competitive Job Market, and much, much more. So there's lots of great bonus trainings in there as well. So that's how you kind of find your way, where you'll find the call recordings and so on. The only other thing that I would say that you want to know about is your upcoming calls, which you'll find over here in my schedule. So that's over in the blue area there on my schedule. And if you click through to that, it'll show you. Now, my calendar, because I'm Joe and I have access to every single program, is a little overpopulated. But when you come in here, you'll see gold. It's Gold Living the Change Week, silver coaching calls, health and vitality. You can click on that, add it to your calendar. What do we got going on? We've got today, we've got a silver coaching call. No, that's tomorrow, I beg your pardon. Oh, there's a bronze Q&A call happening. Oh, get yourself registered before 8 p.m. tonight, ladies, and join us on a coaching call with Steph at 8 o'clock tonight. Yes, indeed, if you're on bronze. That's a really good reason. At silver, you've got your first career and business coaching with Sarah. That's happening tomorrow night at 8 p.m. as well. Silver coaching at 9 a.m. on any topic with Kath on Wednesday. Amazing things happening all around. So my schedule will show you where to find all of those, and you can always add them straight to your calendar for easy access. How cool is that? So I hope you find it as simple and easy to navigate as we have tried to make it. And I hope, my love, that that answers the question that you had for us there on that particular piece. So, can you, where are my questions gone? I think they're there. Yes, okay, good. So, where are you? There's the questions that have been sent in. Good. So for those of you who are here with me live, if you're up for coaching, if you have any questions, please do put them in the comments section. If you have joined Living the Change, or you've been a Living the Change member for a while, it's always lovely to hear from you in the comments section, how you're traveling with it, or if you've just started, what you're looking forward to. I've put the web address up here for you. It's oneofmany.co.uk/LVC, and enrollments are open only until midnight tonight. All of the details you'll see there on the page, but that little background should give you a little bit of insight into what you can expect when you come in. Now, also, everything that's there in that members area is supplemented by the awesome calls, right? The coaching calls. At gold level, you get your very own coach, one-on-one. They meet with you twice a month and they focus on whatever it is that you are looking to achieve, whatever ambitions or intentions you have for your life. They support you with those. They help you get through challenging times, relationship breakdown, burnout, fatigue, worry, anxiety, whatever it is that you're trying to get over and get on with. They are there to support you with that. So that gold level is the best support that we can offer you, which is why we have so many lovely extra bonuses at gold level as well, because I want to, should we say, ethically bribe you as much as possible to go for gold. Because at gold level, I know I can help you to have the most powerful and transformational period with us. When you have a one-on-one coach, the depth and the depth you're able to go and the speed you're able to progress is certainly the highest. So if you are able to go for gold, I highly recommend it, and that's why you also get the Needs Creed workshop when you do that. We also send you out some Power Types cards, and you also get a ticket to our one-woman conference when we're able to do those in person again. So there's loads of great reasons to go for gold. Absolutely. Yes, thank you, Sheila. So Sheila says the navigation does look simpler. It is. I'm glad you agree with that, Sheila. We've worked really hard, and our designer Kat is actually a Living the Change member, and she's done all of our programs. Actually, she's done Lead the Change and a bunch of other things with us. So she knows how we work. She knows how we roll. She knows how she consumes it. So she's really helped us to create something which should be super easy to navigate around. So yay, 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 yay. So let's take the next question that we've had sent in over the course of the weekend. This next question was, do I have to start now? Because I get paid on the 30th. Yeah, you do. So I'm not sure how you wangle that. Can you borrow the money from mum, dad, a friend for a couple of days? Integrity is really, really important to us. Absolutely, very, very important to us. Doors are open until midnight tonight. So this is the period. This is the period to jump in. If you are wanting to go for an annual membership, and the fact that you're getting paid means that's you could go for annual. What I would say is go ahead, subscribe monthly so you at least get in this month, and then send the team in the office an email, and I'm sure they'll be able to be flexible with you and upgrade you to an annual membership in a couple of days if you're about to be paid. That's a really good question, my darling. So get yourself your place. Get yourself your place right now while the doors are open. So that means jumping in. Get started with a monthly membership if you need to, but you can upgrade to annual in this first month. I'm just going to say that now, and then the team are going to be annoyed that I've said it. But if it's something like that, you have the money, you're getting paid. You could pay a whole annual membership for silver, and by the way, if you do go for an annual membership, it also means that you get our Be Fruitful program, which is our time and energy management training. So if your biggest challenge right now is you are spread way too thin and you've got way too much on your plate and you don't have a good time management structure in place, and I mean an excellent one, because quite frankly, I believe I have the best time management approach known to womankind. It's awesome for women. It's designed for women. It's something that I've learned from many, many different places over the years, because I want to be the most effective and fruitful version of myself and have plenty of time for my kids and have plenty of time for me, right? That's always been my priority. And so I've got very, very good at that over the years, and I've poured everything that I know about that, how to work with your cycle, how to batch your energy together over the course of the week, save 5 hours a week. That's what Be Fruitful is all about. And you get that when you go for an annual membership at any level. Bronze, silver, or gold level will all get access to be fruitful. So it's a powerful program. Joe is listening to my live. Thank you, Joe. Joe Faminska in the office. I thought I was digging myself a hole and I was going to get in trouble by the team. But Joe has just said, yes, we can take care of the upgrades. So if you want to get yourself started on a monthly membership and then upgrade to annual when your pay comes in or whatever it might be, by all means do that. Drop them a line at the office and they can help you out. But you do need to be in by midnight tonight. If you're absolutely desperate to get in and you for some reason absolutely can't, then here, I'm going to say, ask Joe, because I'm not allowed to tell you. She'll tell you. Send her an email today. Call us at the office. Give us a ring. We have a phone number. It's 0203 355 6639. Give us a ring and we'll help you out, right? We can help you. But only if you get in before midnight London time tonight. So that is 10 hours away, darlings. 9 hours and 45 minutes, in fact. All right. Let's see here. Where are we up to now? So, next question. What's the difference between Be Fruitful and Living the Change? That's a really good question, actually. So some people are like, well, I'd like to go for annual, but what's Be Fruitful got that Living the Change hasn't? Quite a bit, really, because in Be Fruitful is all of the traditional time management stuff is kind of what you would think about there, and there's a load of exercises that are not in Living the Change. So Living the Change is a general coaching program, and there are a lot of specific trainings in there on different topics, but we keep all of the time management stuff together in the Be Fruitful program. So in Be Fruitful, for instance, there's a great exercise that we do in there called a life values time audit, where you audit your time based on your life values. And so you can see where you're spending your time. We do a great exercise in there on the value of your time, so you fully understand the value of your time. Then we work through things like, the Overwhelm First Aid Kit, but to be fair, that is available for free, but the Overwhelm process is in there. There's a great process in there called the energy allocation process, and this is the way that I move from a yearly kind of intention into monthly kind of task lists, if you like, and then how I organize them on a day by day or week by week. So it's sort of my monthly, weekly, and daily planning cycle. So that's the energy allocation process. That's in Be Fruitful. It's not in Living the Change. Also is the great tool called Batching for Energy Matching, how to use the 5 women's power types to batch your time together. There's also some great training there on your cycles and how to understand time management from a cycles perspective. So there's a bunch of trainings and loads more. Also, there's a training in there called The Queen at Work, which is specifically tools about managing calendars, managing email, managing social media, managing file management, a bunch of things that are kind of outside the scope of Living the Change, but are really helpful and very, very useful in terms of time and energy management. So that is the difference between Be Fruitful and Living the Change. So if you are if you kind of want to transform your life and time and energy management is a biggie for you, then absolutely get yourself an annual membership if you possibly can. In addition, you save 2 months, right? You save 2 months membership, which at silver level, that's about 60 quid. I beg your pardon, at bronze level, that's about 60 pounds you save. At silver level, that looks like 240 pounds you save. And at gold level, that represents a saving of, can I do the maths in my head, 630 pounds. So it's absolute, I beg your pardon, 660 pounds. So it is absolutely, hands down, worth going for an annual membership if you possibly can. And remember that everything is covered by a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you're looking at it right now and umming and ahhing and not sure, then for the love of God, just go for it. Come on in for a month and check it out. And if it's not everything that me and the other members and the team have been telling you that it is over the last week or so, then let us know. We'll give you all your money back. Simples, right? We try to make it as super, super simple as we absolutely can. So yes, that should tell you the difference between Be Fruitful and Living the Change. Next question. There's some good questions that have been coming in over the weekend. So I hope these are helpful for those of you who are here with me live. If you are here with me live, say hello in the comments section. This is also a coaching session, so if you have any content-related questions or anything going on at your end that you want support with, by all means, just ask. Let me know in the comments section what's going on, and I'm happy to help you. And if you're on Living the Change, I'll point you to the relevant areas. So, next question is, can I upgrade, downgrade anytime? So, the short answer is yes, absolutely you can. So if you start at bronze, and we've had this, some people have started at bronze level, and then after a couple of months and getting a swing of the program, they hit some troubling stuff and they realize they actually want a one-on-one coach, so they go up to gold, and they do that for a period of time. Most of them have actually stayed up at gold that I understand have done that. So yes, you can upgrade. If you might start at silver, then decide you want a one-on-one coach, or you might start at bronze and decide you want group coaching more regularly than is available at bronze, for instance. So yeah, it does. It absolutely happens. That absolutely happens. And then, yes, you can downgrade. So if you start at, you might start because you've got some stuff you need ironing out and you need a one-on-one coach. So you're going to go for gold to get started with, but the budget's only there to do it for, say, 6 months. Then you can always, if you get through your tough period, then you can downgrade to silver or bronze at a later date. Absolutely. Now, that's kind of the absolutely you can. What the disclaimer around that is the office will get exhausted if it's like, well, this month I'm going to have bronze, but I can see that the silver calls look good for next month, so I'll go to silver next month. Or next month I want gold because I need a one-on-one coaching session, so I'll take gold. Now we'll go back to silver. So if you're kind of up and down and changing all over the place, you'll drive the team crazy. So within reason is the only thing we say about that, right? Within reason, because every time we do it, there's admin time, energy, and money that goes into that, which is not kind of organized into the membership fees. But we will support you as far as we can within reason. Just don't go bonkers up and down every month, I think is probably the reasonable way to approach that. These are good questions, right? Next question is, will I miss things if I don't do Facebook? This is kind of hard for me to answer that question on Facebook, because if they're not on Facebook, they won't be seeing the answer. But if you are someone who doesn't love Facebook, it's totally fine. You won't miss anything. All of the call recordings, all of the coaching calls, all of the content, all of that is stored off Facebook in our members area. And then in terms of Facebook, there is just the community aspect, which is hosted on Facebook. And what we usually say to people is, if Facebook isn't your bag, and I know that with things like, what's it called, The Social Dilemma, or whatever that movie is that what it's called, The Social Dilemma, out at the moment, the documentary, it's totally a good time to be refining the engagement that we have, of course, on social channels. But what we often say is, just set up a profile. It doesn't need a picture. It doesn't need anything. It just needs a version of your name, or let us know what the version is that you've set up. Even if it's not your name, doesn't matter. Just to come in and interact with the ladies in the group, because it is a great platform. And if that is the only thing you do on Facebook, it might help you dramatically. And I know that there are a number of women in the community that have done exactly that. They just use their Facebook profile only to be in the hearth. That's it. To engage with the ladies there, to get their coaching, to do all of that support without any extra, without anything else, any other requirements or necessities. So that might be a choice, or it's totally fine if you don't, because you will get, if you're at silver or gold level, you're going to get that community element on your coaching calls. You'll get to know other women on your coaching calls too. So you won't miss out, absolutely, if you're not on Facebook. Great. So let's keep going here. If you ladies who are listening in, I can see there's a bunch of you there. Have any questions, please do ask. Very happy to help. What are the benefits of coaching is the next question. Good question. Yeah, I sometimes fall into this trap. Do you know, I have been a coach myself since 2003. Makes me feel really old. I remember when I'd been a coach for about 2 years, I was at a pub in Brisbane on the river, bemoaning the fact that it was really hard at the beginning of business, hard to get a business going, hard to get started, hard to get known. And I remember actually I was there with a mate and I said to him, imagine when we've been doing this for 10 years and, people will know who we are and la la la. Here I am now, I've been doing it for 17 years. And last weekend we did an event with women from 48 countries. So sometimes you just got to be present to the chapter you're in. Clearly that's not an issue anymore. But because I've been doing coaching for such a long time, I forget that some people don't really appreciate or understand what coaching is. So let me talk for a minute about what coaching is. Coaching is... how best to describe? Well, let's talk about what it isn't. It isn't therapy, right? So it's not where you're going to go. You're not going to get on a call to your gold person, your gold coach, and they're going to be talking to you about your family every session, or your past, or traumatic experiences and traumatic events, that kind of stuff. It's not that. It's not past focused. Coaching is very future focused. It comes and springs out of intentions for the future. So you might have a direction you want to go and you share that with your coach. It might be a clear goal you want to achieve, or it might just be some changes that you want to make. And your coach's job is manifold. First piece is to help you access the resources you have inside to be able to overcome any obstacles along the way. So they will be co-creating with you an opportunity, a way to consistently learn how to overcome obstacles, right? That's inside you already. You have access to resources right now that you don't even know you have access to, and that's part of the coach's job. The second part of your gold coach's job is to help you to understand your past insofar as it informs the patterns that are stopping you in the present and the future. So they do have some great skills in being able to, and in fact, your first gold coaching session, or very early on, will be a detailed client history where your coach will take your surface level challenges, whatever they are that are going on, and they will dig you right down deep and through and into the patterns that are underneath that are informing your present and your future. Not because they want to focus on the traumatic experiences, or not because they're counselors that are able necessarily or equipped to deal with trauma, although some of our coaches are also that, but that's not what they will be doing. But they're doing that because this is the opportunity to release things from the past, to heal things, and therefore heal our patterns in the way that we show up in the future. So a one of many coach helps you to find your own resources and helps you to disengage triggering stuff from the past that is impacting your future and the choices that you're making. And then the third piece is they help you in terms of resource development. So here at One of Many, we have, right in Living the Change, there's over, I don't know how many videos are in there now, like 60 or something videos on all different topics. And their job is also to introduce you to the relevant resource at the relevant time for you. We do not want you getting overwhelmed with the amount of resource that's in there. And you can go through step by step, or you can jump around based on what your coach tells you. Either way works. Whatever works for you, right? Whatever feels good and whatever feels like progress, not process, whatever feels like progress. So their job is to kind of help you navigate as well. So the benefits of coaching, now they kind of understand what it is. The benefits of coaching is that it helps you get results that you want to get in your life faster. It helps you get over challenges from your past, like burnout, like recovering from burnout or exhaustion or relationship breakup or these sorts of things that cause us to feel a lot of stuff. It will help you to kind of close that chapter and start fresh. It absolutely will help you to, whatever intention you have for yourself, you will absolutely get there faster, quicker, and I think in a more serene way with a one of many coach supporting you. There's absolutely no doubt about that. It's one of the most powerful things that you can do. So coaching, I mean, there's a reason that I left the medical profession. Well, that was to go to drama school originally, but the reason that I never went back was because I discovered coaching and just how profound it is for helping people. And I feel like the quality of the help that we're able to, I'm able to give as a coach now, and that our team are able to give as a coach, feels so much more meaningful and fulfilling compared to the quality of help that sometimes I was able to give as a doctor. Not to say it's not necessary to, save people's lives when they can't breathe or they're, bleeding or all of that kind of stuff. Of course, absolutely. But, in a GP setting when you've got 15 minutes with somebody and somebody's having a tough time with worry and stress, and that's what's causing some of their health problems, that kind of model doesn't necessarily have the best support systems to be able to deal with that stuff. Stress, worry, that's our bag. We can help you with that, right? We can absolutely help you with that. So I hope that answers that question. Good. Great. Joe's just said, I saw a great coaching question in the Hearth that might be helpful for other ladies. Do you have any tips on reparenting yourself so that you can heal your inner child and let it grow up? That's a great question. And I think that came out probably from Momentum for Change last weekend. When we introduced the mother power type ladies. And where is she here in my cards? We introduced the mother power type, which is that unconditionally loving, unconditionally nurturing, that place of safety and of solace. We introduced this on Sunday morning. And I know it was quite triggering for a lot of women, especially who hadn't had great parenting, right? Because all of us are informed by and shaped by the quality of parenting that we have. And some of us didn't get the greatest parenting, not through any fault of our parents, but because they probably didn't have great parenting, right? There's a continuing wound there. And I think, we went awry in parenting at some point in the last few hundred years as a culture. I think what we expect good parenting to look like may have shifted. But at any rate, if our parents didn't know how to do unconditional love and didn't know how to be unconditionally loving and unconditionally accepting, if our parents didn't have a good relationship with their emotions, if our parents had a lot of limiting beliefs, then guess what? We grow up with bad relationships with our emotions, which in turn causes turmoil, reactivity, resentment, anger, fear, worry, anxiety, depression. That can come from not having a good relationship with our own emotions, which we can learn and inherit from our parents. If they had limiting beliefs, like maybe they believe that Sam Halliwell, who now works for us but started as a client and did our Lead the Change program and is one of our certified coaches, one of the big beliefs she identified when she came to our Be Wealth program was that there was a saying in their family that when money comes in the door, love flies out the window. So it was not possible to have a great, loving, family and have a lot of money, that the two couldn't be together in the same home, which informed her approach to wealth creation and indeed relationship for quite some period of time, right? So once she let go of that, using the sorts of tools that are there for you in Living the Change, things transformed and she got herself to financial stability very quickly, to financial security since then, and is continuing to grow. So it's a powerful thing to be able to release that stuff. But I guess what I'm saying here is we can inherit negative beliefs, negative emotions, and negative kind of self-reflection, I suppose, if we didn't have unconditionality growing up as children. So the question from our member in the Hearth about reparenting yourself to heal your inner child is the first thing is there's many ways to approach it. There's many ways to approach it. But the first piece is to hear her, to go in to hear her. So journaling can really help, which is one of the first tools that we teach you in module 1. We talk about writing morning pages. And I have to say that practice of morning writing has probably done more for me to heal and get to know my inner child than anything else. We also encourage this. We encourage an activity called soft play, which is where you take yourself all by yourself out on a date once a week for an hour, doing something fun, something exciting, something interesting. And if reparenting your inner child is a part of that, then I would be doing things that your 7-year-old would have loved to have done. Do you know? Would you have loved to be taken horse riding? Would you have loved to visit the observatory? Would you have loved to go and have, high tea with a big hot chocolate as a kid? What would you have loved to have done as a kid? So taking yourself out on dates that your inner self would like. Go see a Disney movie at the cinema, or make yourself popcorn and sit on the sofa at home and watch a Disney movie. Getting out and playing is so critical. But it's beyond that, it's about developing unconditionality, unconditional love and acceptance of oneself. So therefore, any activities, and we have in Living the Change for you, and it came from the hearth, so I know you're in Living the Change, whomever asked this question. We have a number of enhancing exercises of both the mother power type, and the other one is lover. If you work strongly on both of these, on developing both of these power types, you will develop a sense of unconditional self-love. And that's really what's at the root of reparenting. It's about coming back to yourself, loving yourself, and learning how to love and accept all that you are unconditionally. Our children learn to love and accept themselves unconditionally if they have been loved and accepted unconditionally as kids. And it's not a recipe for that's absolutely going to happen, but if you as a parent have been able to love them without judgment, that they've been able to have emotions in the house and, with you, and they can learn the difference between having their feelings and then bad behavior, and start to pull these things apart and develop that unconditionality themselves, then they won't have to reparent themselves when they're older, right? You're doing a great job of it. So if you have kids, this is one of the reasons why doing this work is so critical, but it's because it's not just your life on the line, right? It's not just your life on the line. It is the next generation. If you can't be with your emotions, what are you teaching to your kids? Yeah? If you don't know how to express anger safely, how will they learn? If you don't know how to express grief safely, how will they learn? And this is so much a part of what Living the Change is about developing a deep and powerful relationship with our inner self, developing this unconditional love, and also this unconditional self-acceptance of all of us with our emotions and everything. And so I hope that helps. I hope that helps for the person who was asking that question. Is that useful, ladies who are here with me on the line? Does that help you with that? Plus, of course, if you notice limiting beliefs that you've developed from your childhood, or you notice emotions you've been holding on to since childhood, you're just going to use either the limitation release process, which you'll find in your toolkit in your members area. The limitation release is a good one for things you've had since childhood, or the power type release process. Both of those meditations are excellent for helping us to let go of stuff and to be able to move through our childhood and arrive in adulthood fully and properly, right? Absolutely. Wonderful. So let's see, what other questions have we got here? This is another practical one. I live in the US. Do you have one-on-one coaching calls in my time zone? Yes, my darling, we do. So if you are in the US and you're looking at gold, and in fact, anywhere around the world, we have one-on-one coaching times available. We are a global coaching organization. We have coaches working with us at the moment stationed in the UK and Australia. And by achieving that, by having people on both sides of the world on our in-house coaching team, we've got, late in the afternoon in the UK is early morning in the US, and morning in Australia is afternoon in the US. So, we've got the globe covered. Similarly, in the Far East, we can work the same thing, Middle East, whatever. We have loads of coaching times available. And if you are coming in at gold level and you don't see a coaching time that works for you, you can always ask, and we can reach out to our coaches and see if they can make an exception. Sometimes they can, but if that is if that's something that you need, by all means do that. But yep, absolutely, we've got the US covered. We've got everywhere covered. Now that we've got coaches in both Australia and the UK, we've got everywhere covered. So yay. Great question here. So next question that came in over the weekend was, I'm going through big life change at the moment, a job change, divorce, etc. Is that the right time to do Living the Change? Well, to that end, I would reference one of the ladies, and I'm going to find it for you, which is on the, where is it? It is at, here we go. I think it's on this page. The short answer, of course, is absolutely. It can sometimes feel like that when we're busy, it's a bad time to start something new. But the thing about living the change is that it helps you to make time and it helps you to deal with big stuff that happens in life. Here it is. This is what I want to share with you. Let me see if I can share my screen here. This is on the registration page for Living the Change. So it's oneofmany.co.uk/LVC or LVC2, either will get you there. And down the bottom of the page here, you'll see feedback from our community. And this was something that Janet Smith Harrison sent in for us. And she says, I found this community early May at a point where I was seeking ways to rebuild my resilience and confidence after many years of life's ups and downs finally had me beat. I signed up to Living the Change Gold, knowing I needed the one-to-one coaching, but I was a bit worried I'd overstretched myself financially. But then I lost my dad to COVID, moved house, and returned to work after a full year off, all during the first 2 weeks of June. So for the lady who's going through the divorce and, job change and so on, Janet was pretty much in the same situation. She was exhausted from life and was ready to rebuild, but then it got crazy again in the first couple of weeks of June. She said all this and the complicated family stuff that funerals tend to churn up was a bit much. But I truly, truly mean it when I say thank you, universe, for the inspiration to take the gold leap of faith in myself, even though it meant pushing it, as my financially risk-averse dad would have said. In our hearts, I think we often know what we need, but we can't hear it for all the noise, or we're too scared to listen, or we can hear it loud and clear, but genuinely just don't have the time, the space, or the money at that point to heed it. But this time, I had more or less just enough of everything to listen hard and leap. And I like that. She says, more or less, it wasn't that she was sitting there with loads of time on her hands. It wasn't that she was sitting there with loads of money on her hands, but she had just enough. She heard the call and she went, screw it, I'm going to go for it, which she did. She said, and thank goodness, because coaching is what has pulled me through to the other side of this few weeks of difficulty. In the past, they would have been a few weeks of hell added to the previous thousands of weeks of hell. But just starting to take things apart at the beginning of Living the Change gave me enough insight to know I was channeling Superwoman, and my lovely coach, Katrina Holden, used that to guide me to a place I never thought I could reach. Isn't that beautiful, ladies? Absolutely amazing. So for those of you who have got a busy period ahead and you're looking at going, I don't know if it's the right time, maybe I should wait till the next time. Well, the first thing to know is we're not opening the doors again until the new year. So this is the last time in 2020 you'll get a chance to enroll in Living the Change. Last time that we will have public open enrollments like this. So if you're feeling it now, my deepest advice would be do it now, right? If you're feeling it now, do it now. And if the worry for you is because you're busy, then that's even more reason to do it now. And if you can go to gold, because at gold level, your one-on-one coach can help you manage the busyness and manage the crazy and prioritize time for you inside of the work that you're changing and the divorce that you're going through and everything else that's going on in your life at the moment. I don't know about you, but in this last week, I've felt, as the nights are starting to draw in and the end of daylight savings is on the horizon and, the weather's turned cold here in the UK, I'm starting to feel the sense of frustration that we never really got out of the quarantine, and we kind of feel like it's all coming back in again. It's like, hang on, I didn't get a chance to do anything yet. And I'm noticing myself feeling a whole lot of feelings about that at the moment. So this is the piece, right? I'm concerned that for me, I know that like tonight, this morning, I was just with my osteopath and she said, right, well, clearly you need to get some of these emotions out of your system. I'm like, yeah, you're right, I do. So I'm going to be doing my dynamic meditation tonight. And that's what Annie shares in Living the Change, yeah? I'm going to be speaking to my coach about it. So this is the critical piece here, ladies. If you're busy now, do it now. If you're trying to wait until your life gets less busy in order to be able to do the thing that's going to help put you at the center of your life, this seems like kind of cart before the horse thinking. You know what I mean? If you are right now, if you've got a lot on your plate, then get someone to help you unpack it. Get someone to support you with every step of that. Start doing your journaling practice. Start being in a community where you can come in, and if you're stuck on something, rather than ruminating on it for 7 days, jump into the hearth and write to your coach and say, hey, I'm stuck on this thing. What on earth should I say to this? What on earth should I say to my colleague at work? This came up yesterday. I don't know what to do. Rather than stewing on it for 7 days and using up all of that energy. When you're busy is the best time to get started on these things. And as long as you're doing a tiny little bit that feels good for you, it doesn't even have to be a certain amount every week. It doesn't have to be a certain amount every month. It's just whatever feels like progress for you. If you're achieving that, then you're home and hosed, right? You're home and hosed. I feel that's the kind of way to do it. A question that just came through on intercom. Oh, that's a good thing to let you ladies know. If you have questions specific to your situation, then if on the page, you'll see down here in the bottom right-hand corner is this little intercom. If you click on that, then Joe Faminska is, see you, Vix. Joe Faminska is sitting right behind there and can chat to you on the page and answer your questions straight away. So, if there's anything that you need, you can ask questions right there, and she can answer your questions while you're right there if there's personal ones. So having said that, this question just came through. Is it just for business women? My job or main profession is as a nurse, so I'm not sure if this is the right fit for me. Oh, my love, I would say that the overwhelming majority of our members don't run their own business on Living the Change. I would say that probably, I don't know, maybe this is like let's guess, but I would say that maybe 30 or 40% of our current members are self-employed. The overwhelming majority are absolutely employed, or we also have a number of women in there who are, I hate the word, how do you describe someone who doesn't have an employed job but is spending their entire life bringing up an awesome next generation? I hate the word full-time mum, because I am a full-time mum and I work, right? It's just that, so during the day, I am not parenting. So there you go. If you are full-time parenting, everyone's a full-time mum if they're a mum. If you're also, we have a lot of women in there who are not, working, who are full-time parenting instead. So yeah, it's powerful, no matter what your situation. If you have intentions for your future, if you want to change the way you're responding to the world, if you want to sort out your relationship stuff, if you want to sort out your financial stuff, if you want to sort out your career stuff, if you want to sort out your stuff with your mom, if you want to sort out your stuff with your kids, if you want to be a better version of you, if you want to be more resilient, resourceful, if you want to have a bigger impact in the world without burning out, this is your program, right? This is the place to start, my darlings. Absolutely. Thank you, Sheila. Yes, and retired too. Sheila is one of our members. Sheila is awesome. She is in South Africa, and I think you may have shared your age with me once before, Sheila, but I can't quite remember, and I'm not going to say it in case I get it wrong. But Sheila is retired, and she's one of our awesome Living the Change members, doing great with the program. So yes, absolutely. So Louise says, does it cover any relationship stuff? Ooh, yes, it does, Louise. Come with me and let me show you some of the things that are going to help you in the context of your relationship. So if we pop over here into the members area and we come to Living the Change. So when you arrive in, Louise, and anyone, there, Sheila's just said, I'm 72. There we go. You're going to come in here, and here's I guess the first few steps are going to help you with your relationship, because when you get your foundation's in place, you replenish your energy, I would put forward that 9 out of 10 relationship issues are the acute phase of relationship issues is happening because we are depleted, right? We are running on empty. There's nothing in our tank. When was the last time that you went and did something so delicious for yourself? When was the last time that you were able to truly nourish this divine woman's body that you're in, you know? When was the last time you turned yourself on, let alone having your partner turn yourself on? So part of that is helping with that. Module 3, Regenerate, is going to help a lot in terms of relationship stuff because this particular process here, the awakening process introduction, and the process, the meditation that is attached to that, is going to take you from whatever the surface level relationship issue is down into whatever the patterns are that are underneath it. Once you've identified what those patterns are, then you are going to go in and let them go. So there are release meditations in the toolkit here. So if we click over to the toolkit, you will see here the limitation release process. This meditation will help you to let that go. The power type release process will help you to let that go, right? So there's a couple there on the journey around relationships. But wait, these are let's get into the really, so that's just kind of the general stuff that's going to help you in relationships. Things that are going to help you massively in relationships. Lover power type, right? Activating lover power type. And then digging into some of the delicious things in our module 6 here. Now, I'm assuming, and I shouldn't assume, but Louise, are you in a relationship with a masculine energy person? They might be male or female, but do they strike you as masculine energy? Because these tools here help heaps in relationship. And if you are in the relationship with a masculine person, jump in and watch these early on in your journey, no matter what challenges you're looking at, I would say. So the first one is appreciating the differences between masculine mode and feminine mode. This is about understanding the difference between how you most likely operate most of the time in relationship and how a masculine energy person, whether they be male or female, if they're in their masculine energy, how they relate. So that will teach you the differences. Then we've got communicating with the masculine. So if that is the main problem in relationship, communication is usually the main problem in relationship, or lack of intimacy, which is related to communication, but not exclusively. It's also a polarity issue. Often the woman is too much in her masculine energy, so we end up with two kind of masculine energy people, and there's no space. So we certainly see this in a lot of heterosexual relationships where a woman has been in her masculine energy, in superwoman, achieving, and in the relationship becomes the most competent, the most productive, the most whatever, and there's no space for her to go into her feminine energy and for there to be any what's called polarity. We need that tension between masculine and feminine in relationship for there to be any fireworks, right? So it is the most common thing that we see in women who come into our community with relationship issues is the polarity is dead, right? It's either communication issues, which we've got you covered, or polarity, which we've got you covered in terms of activating the lover power type. And then we've got a great tool here on how to ask for what you need from the masculine. So if there's something that you need, it might be, support. It might be support at home. It might be understanding. It might be, look after the kids on Saturday, whatever. There's how to ask for that. That's a conversation template. Now, we've got a bunch of other things down here as well that will be here. How to negotiate partnership on the domestic stuff. If one of the key tensions in your relationship is who's doing all of the shit at home, there is an 8-step process that we've created on exactly how to do that, which helps immensely. So you will see a bunch of tools in there that are going to help you with the relationship stuff, and the coaching will help you with your specific challenges. So come onto a silver call or jump onto a one-on-one coaching call with your coach, and they'll absolutely be able to help you with that. So Louise, I hope you're ready to rock and roll with that. That will make a huge difference for you, and I hope that answers your questions. Yay! Louise says, yeah, that's a bit clearer, I see, but my issues are to do with abandonment and grieving. Yes, that's what living the change is about, right? So the bulk of living, yes, there's some tools about relationship stuff in there, But the bulk of living the change is exactly that stuff, is about here, if we come back to the regenerate module, it's about doing the process that helps you to, and if you're doing this with a one-on-one coach, it's even more profound, right? But it's getting you to, okay, what is the root of the abandonment stuff? Getting clear on it. How's it impacting your values every day? How are your values shaping how you're showing up in relationships? What emotions are in there? Letting go of the abandonment, letting go of the limiting beliefs, etc. Tuning down your inner critic. So all of that inner work, that's really the power of living the change. That's where the bulk of the transformation is. You can come in absolutely limited in any area of your life, whether it's relationships, wealth, health, vitality, whatever limitations you've got. If they're inner limitations or your inner limitations are contributing in any way, we can get you to free and self-expressed through this program. So yes, we can absolutely support that, Louise. But the simplest thing I would say, my darling, is if you're not 100% sure if it's going to support you with your issues, come on in. The first month is covered by the money back guarantee, right? So come on in, have a look around. I can see that you've done Be Fruitful. There's so much in here that is not in Be Fruitful. So come on in, have a look around and do some of the work. And if it's not starting to make significant headway for you, then you can absolutely ask for your money back. It's the simplest way for you to know if it's right for you. So I hope that helps. Excellent. Good, some good questions there. Some good questions. Great. I'm just having a look. Okay, good. I'm going to come back to my other questions. Is this helpful, ladies who are here on the call? Give me a little thumbs up or a heart if this is really helpful for you. Next question. I'm not working at the moment. We've had someone on maternity leave, someone on a job break. Is this the right program for me? I think I kind of answered that by saying, is it just for business people? So yeah, yes, it's the right program for you. If you're not working at the moment, hey, you might have some extra time on your hands to work through things, which is great. But otherwise, absolutely, it's completely for you. We're here for you no matter what your life situation is. If you want more resources, if you want to be a better version of you, if you want to, well, not just a better version of you, but a new version of you with your roots down in soft power. Like imagine you, a turned on, awesome, freaking awesome you showing up to everything in your life. If that's what you want, that is what is available through your participation in the Living the Change program. Yes, you have to do the work. It's not just by enrolling that you're going to transform. You have to actually kind of participate. But having said that, when you enroll and when you show up and do the work, the results people are getting are unbelievable. I personally have been, I don't know, not surprised, but I guess still overwhelmed with the amazing results that people are getting inside of their lives with this work. It's extraordinary. It's absolutely extraordinary. How can I explain? Well, this is a good question. How can I explain to my daughter, why I'm doing this program? How do I describe the intention for growth? Okay, good question. So first of all, there's a bit of a presupposition in there that she's maybe not going to get it or she's not going to understand it. So that first thing I would do is challenge that, challenge why you think she's not going to absolutely go, great, Mum, you're awesome, go for it. I think that's the first thing to say. But then I think there can sometimes be a thing that comes up when our family look at us wanting to go and, do things that help us to grow. They think, oh, but you're fine, everything's fine. And I think there's a number of ways that we can tell the people that we love why something's important for us. First of all, get clear on why you want to do it for yourself. So is it that you're doing this because you know that while you're coping with life, you'd like to be joyful and happy, right? Maybe you just want to go from kind of coping and surviving to joyful and happy in every moment. And you know that's going to take doing some inner work. If that was the case, that's what I'd say to my daughter. I'd say, these have been a tough few months that we've all been through. We're coping, I'm doing all right, but I don't want to just do all right. I want to be joyful and happy and, just turned on by life. And I feel this program's going to really support me with that. So that's why I'm doing it. That might be one thing. Maybe you don't have anyone to turn to at the moment. Maybe you don't have good friends or good family members, and you can see, maybe it's that you say to your daughter, do you know, I'm the one who's there for everybody. Everybody talks to me, but I just don't have anyone that I feel I can go and be myself with. So I'm going to go work with a coach so that I can just work it all through, right? Work it all through. I think it's really important that we never stop learning. And I believe that role modeling, this continual kind of personal growth, is critical for how we share for our children. And the third piece that I would say about that is, if she doesn't get it, doesn't matter. Who cares? It's for you. And if she thinks it's some quite crazy thing you're doing, don't worry about it. Go for it. Not most. A goodly number of family members, including husbands, think their women have gone cuckoo when they start doing our work. But when things start improving in their relationships, and when Mama Bear stops being bitchy mama and she starts being, loving, kind mama, she doesn't do angry as much, things start heating up in the bedroom again, that kind of stuff, which happens. It happens with our work because of the nature of the work that we do. When you become the version of you that you remember you used to be sometime back in the day, or that you wish that you've never been, but is there inside of you, when you become that, family members love it, right? They absolutely love it. And frankly, if you become more you and family members don't love it, then that's the conversation to be having. And we can support you with that if that comes up, but it doesn't come up very, very often. I can't even think of an example, but never say never, right? Never say never. That's a lovely question, Louise. How do I share this on a page for a self-development group I'm in? I don't think you can share this video because we are currently in a closed group. But if you go to the One of Many page, so if you search in Facebook for One of Many, and on the page, there's some videos that we've put up on the page of me teaching bits in the last few days. But the important thing to know, Louise, is that the enrollments for Living the Change closes at midnight tonight. So you might just want to share the registration page directly, this page here, oneofmany.co.uk/LVC. You might just want to share that directly, plus link to maybe the Facebook page where they can come and check us out a little bit. But yeah, enrollments close at midnight tonight. So if you've got some friends, we would love to have a few of you come and join us. That'd be amazing. Thank you. And tell them they've got to get a reel on. Hope that helps. Those of you who are here with me live, if you have any other questions about Living the Change, please do ask. But that I've got to the bottom of the questions from the weekend. That's a lovely share. Thank you, Sheila. Yeah, Sheila says not having a safe space in real life to open up means that this group is priceless. I can relate to that, Sheila. I can totally relate to that. Do you know, for me, one of the downsides of being, the founder of this community is that I've created this amazing space for people to open up, but, I can't come in here and share all of my innermost thoughts. You guys do get a fair few of them, but you're not here for me to share my innermost things. So I got to find my own That's why I have my coach, right? That's why I have my coach. But what we have got, if you're not me, it's perfect. Because we can be here for you like we are for Sheila. Having the group, having a safe space to go, to let down the burden, to say, God, this is what is going around and around and around and around in my head today. And I don't know why, and it's driving me freaking nuts, and I've just got to get over it, right? But I don't know what it is. Help, what is it? Can we work it through? And having a coach to ask you good questions, to go, what does that remind you of? Or, gee, something about that is reminding me of the conversation we had about your sister 3 weeks ago. What is it? How does that land with you? That kind of stuff. Oh my God, it's priceless. Absolutely priceless. So the relationships in the hearth are unbelievable, ladies. Just unbelievable. That's great. Excellent. All right, my darlings. So let me just double check. No more questions have come in. Let's see. Nope, looks like we're pretty good. Pretty good to go. So we've been here just over an hour. God, that flew, didn't it? So I'm going to finish up by saying, ladies, if you are looking at living the change, this is your last chance. Last chance before the new year. We'll open again in the new year. I don't know exactly when, but this is your last chance for 2020. Annus horribilis. If you would like someone to hold your hand and help you through the end of it, if you would like someone to help you achieve those big, bold ambitions you've got for yourself, but to do it without burning out, if you would like to be part of a community of incredible women, then join us for Living the Change. Your first 30 days are completely covered by a money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. The only reason I can think you're sitting on the fence right now, if you're still watching this live right now and you're not already registered, or if you're looking at it on playback or whatever and you're not already registered, the only thing I can be thinking about is, one, maybe you're too busy. If you're too busy, this is the time to prioritize yourself. All of the women who came in too busy and did some of the work, and they don't even do much of the work, to be honest, they just watch a couple of things and show up to a few coaching calls, they start to shed stuff, right? They start to shed stuff. So if you're ready to stop being busy, then now is a great time. And if in the first month you can't make time for it, ask for your money back. That's why we do it, right? Second reason that I can think you might not want to be doing it is if you're not sure if it's going to work for you. Okay, I can understand why it works for everybody else, but I don't know. I don't understand it enough. So second thing that I would say is, again, you're covered for the first month. Come on in and just do the first, stick around for the first month, explore for the first month, come to some coaching calls for the first month. And if it doesn't hit you and you really get the impact of it, then let us know, we give you your money back, right? Why else might you not be? Well, think about it. I don't know if it's going to help me with my problem. Well, that's covered by the same thing. Just come on in and see. You don't have to commit, right? This is the most uncommittal commitment you could ever make. Come on in, check it out, see what you think, and your first month is pretty much covered by us if you don't love it, right? If you do love it, you'll continue on and all is well. The final thing that I would say is remember that if you want to get some help with your time management side, then look at the annual memberships as well. You'll see them on the page. If we come to the page again, I'll just do one final share here so you can see. If you go to... So the page you're going to go to is one of many, or not members, we don't want members, we want, one of many, there it is. If you go to oneofmany.co.uk/LVC, hopefully that will take us there, LVC, then you'll arrive on the registration page, come on, internet. My internet's going, can't cope. But you'll see all of the details about what is included, who it's for. You can see some interviews here from some of our graduates so that you can go in deep on the sorts of stuff that people have got out of it. Reasons why you might want to do it, how it works. Then you've got your levels. So this shows you what's included at bronze level, silver level of coaching, gold level of coaching is all included there on the page. There's the extra bonuses that you get if you join us at gold level. Then there's all of the stuff on your curriculum. So you'll see lots and lots of great, this is certainly not exhaustive, but it gives you an idea of the sorts of things that are covered in the curriculum. And then there's lots of feedback you can read. But the piece that I wanted to show you here is, so you can get started for just $29 a month at Bronze Monthly, $329 if you want your own one-on-one coach, or if you're happy with group coaching, it's £119 a month for Silver. And if you invest for a full year, see that you save 2 months membership. You save 2 months membership and you get Be Fruitful at every level, as well as a live workshop with me on my own advanced kind of time and energy management strategies that I use called the Queen at Work Workshop. So that's included for our annual members as well. So there's loads of lovely reasons, all covered by your guarantee. You can see all of your coaches there on the page. There's the program at a glance if you kind of want to figure out which bits are important to you. Basically, all you can do is click on Enroll Now, choose which one you're going for, and go do it. Go do it. You've got till midnight tonight, which means you've got 9 hours and 48 minutes left For those of you who are members, if you know someone in your life right now who should be in here, now is the time to get them in here. Otherwise, you won't get another chance until next year. So, lots of love to you all. Thank you so much for spending some time with me this afternoon. This will be the last time you'll see me in B1 for a little while, but I will be doing my Lunch and Learn lives on Tuesdays on the Facebook page as usual. But we will be at midnight tonight turning all of our attention inwards to welcome, have our big opening ceremony for all of our new members in Living the Change, help them find their way around the site, help them get started and get some goals hit in the first 30 days. That is always our goal. So we're looking forward to that. All right, my darlings, it's fabulous to have you here. Look forward to getting connected with you on one of the programs really soon. Have a fabulous week and I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.